A Cambodian court has sentenced the Taiwanese live streamer and his cameraman to 2 years in prison. Streamer Chen Nen-chuan, known online as Goodnight Chicks, claimed he'd broken into the headquarters of a scamming ring only to be caught and tortured. Bail turned out to be fake. Police say they found Chen and his cameraman staying at a hotel with a room full of props. The pair were arrested. Criminal rings have abducted hundreds of Taiwanese citizens in recent years in Cambodia, using fake job offers to lure their victims to the country. Police say the fake video damaged Cambodia's image and public order. For an in-depth look at what the sentencing of these Taiwanese live streamers means, John Van Trieste spoke to political and cultural commentator Brian Hioe from New Bloom magazine.
So what does this say about Taiwan's internet culture? These particular live streamers aren't the only ones who've been, doing more and more extreme things to get more views.
Yeah, it's quite interesting actually, because at a time in which there's a lot of concern about misinformation and disinformation, influencers are somewhat new territory. Where previously, for example, there was a fight between two influencers, Toys and Chao Ge, that was also accused of being fake. There was also, for example, Brian Tseng had a viral stunt where he pretended to give 50,000 NT to a military veteran, which turned out not to really exist. But it's interesting how the public responded this time around in reacting against the influencers. So I think there is still this attempt to call them to account regarding exaggerating or creating fake news.
A lot of the anger from the Cambodian side has been about, not things like wasting police resources, but actually damaging the country's image in the international sphere. Now, it's true that Cambodia is a place where Taiwanese people have been abducted or lured into sort of kidnapping schemes. But do you see this as an attempt to sort of capitalize on a stereotype?
So it is the case that there have been kidnappings in Cambodia by the thousands. And so there's a lot of views of Cambodia and Taiwan. But I think particularly Cambodia has a priority on maintaining its reputation for tourism and avoiding this perception of the country as scam-ridden or just allowing for scams and kidnappings. And that's why there is such a strong response. But I think it does point to, for example, Southeast Asia in terms of Southeast Asian countries and how Taiwan is a safe country that may provide tourism, for example.
Now, the wild card in this scenario is actually China. There's a history in Cambodia of sending suspected Taiwanese criminals to China and treating them as Chinese citizens, as China would claim. Do you see them handing over these two influencers back to Taiwan at the end of their jail sentence?
Cambodia is a place in which there's a significant level of Chinese influence. I think that particularly if that did occur, this would, again, switch perceptions up. I think there would be more sympathy towards the streamers, whereas previously there would not be. I think in this case, because it does not involve, for example, Chinese victims, as cases of telecom fraud often do. And that is one of the reasons, I think, why Taiwanese then are sent to China. It's not just necessarily the views of territory and that China's claims over Taiwan. So I think it's to be seen, but if so, that'd be a very unexpected twist, and it would, again, cause a switch in perceptions about this case.